Hey guys, Sierra Bailey here with Accel Commercial Real Estate. The video you're watching ties into our event in June, Accelerate. If you want to learn more about what you see today, scan the QR code on your screen or click the link in the description to get your tickets now before early bird pricing runs out. Enjoy the video.
And I think what Paul just said is very important because, you hear a lot of investors talk about, we want value add, right? Value add means a lot of different things to different people, but, one of those true value adds is mismanagement of a property, right? If the property hasn't been well managed, if you have a partnership that, is not getting along and you have issues with that, but it could also be a mom and pop that doesn't manage as well. That's also, part of value add, right? Besides raising rents and doing, rehab and all that. But mismanagement is a big opportunity to make, to really bring some value add without having to go and spend a lot of money. To do it.
Well, these people are doing no advertising
Yeah.
whatsoever, as far as I know. So we went and made web pages, put it out on not Zillow, but a bunch of different websites like that, Google page, and all that, just so people can get online and see that there's actually an apartment complex. So, which is what people do now.
Yeah.
Versus driving by and going, oh, looks like a nice place to call. People still do that, but no advertising. And we can do a little bit of advertising very cheap and get good tenant leads coming in.
So when did we close on that property?
I think it was August.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
August 15th.
So what have you been able to raise rents in that just short period of time?
Well, the real short answer is 0. The long answer is so I think 2 bedrooms, the max we were seeing was $675, but they were paying all utilities for all the tenants. So that's like $150 a month, or not quite that, maybe like $100 a month. So what we're doing now is, we had somebody move in, or somebody rent one the other day. They hadn't moved it yet, but and they were rehabbing 2 of them, and got $675 and $50 fee for the water and gas, and they have to have their own electric. They have to pay their own electric bill. So that alone, this property had a lot of expenses just because they're paying utilities for the tenants. So kind of the play there was keep the rent the same, but put the utility expense on the tenants, kind of like it should have been to begin with. And everywhere, I'm a tenant, I rent, I pay my utility bills. So anyways, that was the play.
Yeah.
And
What
it's working.
are you gonna rent your remodel or rehab units for? What are those gonna?
That 675 plus, plus the, well,
utilities?
so you could say it'd be like 725 if you're adding on that fee. And then, they're paying the power bill. But, so we'll rent a few there, and then, in the future, we may try to bump it up a little bit, 700 for 2 bedrooms. I think 1 bedroom's $575. Try to get 600, but we're still kind of early. I think it's only been a month and a half
Yeah, that has been.
since we closed.
So let's talk about some of your, so what's some of the craziest things you have run into in your ownership so far? And what are your questions?
Craziest things.
Yeah.
We had, and
I can think of one in particular.
there was one where the maintenance man was living on site, and as soon as we bought the property, this was me and the one I had a business partner on. We bought the property, fired him. Basically, we don't want to use him because he's trash, drunk, won't show up to work, all that kind of stuff. So he was staying in one unit. We had to evict him. He was kind of staying there for free in the when the old owner was in charge, and he was paying his rent basically, but had to evict him. And then I guess he was more or less homeless, but he had a girlfriend on site, and he was staying with her. And then one night they got in a fight. She stabbed him, and he had to go to the emergency room. So yeah, we had stabbing for a guy that didn't even live there when he was supposed to be there. So there was that. One time we found a guy that had passed away in his unit. It was actually right after we took it over, same place. The management company came and chucked flyers in all the doors. Hey, we're the new management company. Here's how to pay your rent. Here's who to call for this and that. And this door hadn't been open. He tucked in the door. Guy's door hadn't been open in been like a week. And I thought, well, he's home or what's going on? Do a knock on the door, It was unlocked. And this man passed away in the floor. So yeah, you get some crazy stuff.
Well, and so what that experience is, one of the reasons I asked that question is because one of my pieces of advice to new owners of multifamily is expect the unexpected, right?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Because
Everything's gonna happen.
probably within the first week or two, it seems like there is something totally unexpected happens, right? So I try to give people a warning on the front end, just expect the unexpected, because
Yeah.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but it seems like it always happens, so get ready, right?
Oh, then
So-
that building that we found that man in, it burned down. It burned down, it caught on fire, and burned up about 3 of the units. And then what do? Well, call the insurance company and hire a contractor and get it fixed back. So nobody was hurt or anything. So yeah. What you gotta do.
Question.
Yeah, so I asked this question for commercial, but I didn't necessarily get an answer. So I'm hoping you would be able to answer this question.
Maybe.
How, without any funds in your pocket, how do you manage to get a building? I mean, without funds, you have no leverage. Without any assets, you have no leverage. So how do you get an apartment complex, or how do you even get like a house without having any funds in your pocket? Could you please answer that question for me?
So I think we can answer that.
Okay,
I think he came in a little bit after Paul started.
Yeah.
And he went through and explained, he gave
Oh,
a
I
couple of examples
I apologize.
of that, that's okay. In that, he ran into a gentleman who said, you know what, I'll be the bank, right?
Interesting.
So did the owner financing, right? That's very rare, and especially in the multifamily world,
Right.
very rare that happens. Paul was fortunate that he found somebody
Interesting.
that way.
What about hard money? What is hard money? Is that the same thing as like finding a person like who is well off? Well, could you please explain what hard money is?
That's what you're going to.
Go ahead, if you want.
Yeah, so hard money, usually it's used in like residential, like fix and flips, but basically it means short-term loan, high interest rate. But they will lend on risky properties, like a completely gutted house or a house that's caught on fire.
Right.
And some of those lenders require you to still have a down payment. Some of them don't. Some of them you can.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like what you see, be sure to follow our Generational Wealth Learning series. On select Thursdays, we offer cutting-edge industry information that would normally cost thousands of dollars. And the best part, our education is absolutely free. If you register through our events page, you can join us live, either in person or over Zoom. In the meantime, like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a beat.